Legion Tactical Cutlery.
Hold the line!
Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back once again, troops, Legionnaires, new recruits. As always, really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my channel and my video. Got something pretty interesting and exciting for you today. This is the GTKii GTK38. It's a mini samurai sword. I want to check it out. I want to put it through its paces. I'm interested to see what a cool knife like this can do. So we're going to test it out my way and we'll see how it fares. Stick around. What is everybody carrying? Well, I figure for a companion knife, and I just received this from Lothar. Go check out the Legion premiere. This is the Fox in D2 steel, an excellent little tactical blade and a perfect carry for EDC. Let me know what you guys are carrying. Veterans and active military, just want to quickly say thank you very much for your service. Enjoy this video. Quick specs, let's get it done now. I'm not going to be moving things around because it's a big blade. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Overall length, 16.9 inch. Blade length, 10.1 inch. Blade material, DC53. Blade hardness, 59 to 61. HRC, blade thickness 4.5 millimeters. Kind of thought it was a little bit thicker, but it's 4.5 millimeters. Blade width is 1.3 inch. Handle length 6.8 inch. So if you got the big hands, this should fit you just fine. Handle thickness is 0.59 inch. Handle material G10. Weight 14.1 ounce, relatively light. Sheath weight 3.7 ounce, and the total weight is 17.8 ounce with the sheath. A quick close-up, troops. This is one massively long blade. As you can see right there, there's that 4.5 millimeter full Tang goodness, flat ground on both sides. All right, it does have this guard. I don't know if it's going to come loose or not. We will see. It's got the G10 scales. They're actually nicely done, really nicely curved, very ergonomic feel. I mean, I'm not going to go spend the money on tatami mats. I'm just not doing it. So I've got this garden post right here. Let's see how it performs with the garden post. Okay, if I can cut through. Maybe I get a water jug and see if I could slice through the water jug. Let's give it a go, man. It's DC53. I am expecting a lot here, so let's see. Definitely a positive grip on the handle. I am kind of glad though that I do have this lanyard here for extra, comfort. But so far so good, man. I mean, I know I just started, but the blade is nice and thin, so it should be effective chopping. Now, just to let everybody know, this is a channel that tests out knives, and that's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm chopping on purpose with this type of blade to see how the edge holds up. Now, this is a long knife. I don't know if I could really use the whole blade. I'm trying, as I'm chopping the little sweet spot area. So, I mean, that's the way it is, guys. I think the handle could be just a little bit wider, but it is what it is. So far, so good. Let me see if I can do a little bit of the front part of the blade. mean, it's chopping through, you know, as you could see, it's doing a good job. I went through a little bit of a knot there. Yeah, I mean, DC53 tool steel looks like they got the heat treat good on this one. Let's keep going. I'm just letting the blade do the work. I'm not gonna hammer this. You know, I'm not cutting through a tatami mat where I need to do a hard slice. I do have a jug. I'm gonna fill it up with some water, and then we're gonna see how it slices through, man. I'm kind of excited to do that. I don't usually do that on my channel, but with a knife like this, I mean, you gotta have a little bit of fun, you know? I mean, is it possible that some of you are going to take this camping? Well, maybe after this video you will. I don't know. This be perfect for the outdoors. I have some weeds over here, man. This will be good for almost like a machete, you know, and just getting rid of some of the weeds. This could be good in the garden too, you know. A nice hard little piece, a nice little hard area over here. Well, let's see what I can do. Let's take a quick look. It still looks straight. Feels sharp to me. All right, let's keep going. Nice. All right, there you go, troops. Okay, garden post chopped through once again. That edge looks good. Looks straight to me. Let me... Well, you know what? The hell with it. Let me see. Not good. Hold on a second. Let me get something. We'll do a quick test. All right, I'm back. Let's see now. I know I only use certain areas of this blade, but basically, you know, I am testing here by the sweet spot. So far, so good. I mean, it's making curls. All right. Again, not something that you would usually do with a blade like this out in the field. But, you know, you never know the scenario out there. Let's move on. Sorry for the background noise. If you do hear anything, they're working here. Nothing I can do about it. Let's test out some vertical batoning. Okay, I already got some pieces that have been cut. This is just a simple test. Let me just try out the rear of the blade first. Okay, that worked out well. Let's try mid part of the blade here. Okay, very good. A little bit bigger piece. Let's try the front part of the blade here. Very nice. Nicely done. Let's do it again. That flat grind here will make quick work. Well, I gotta pick up all that stuff. And I guess, you know, if you wanted to do, whoops. A little bit of the horizontal batoning we can. I wanted to get another piece, but again, I'm running really low on this stuff. So I'm just using what I can. I figured this might be perfect. So hold on a second, troops. Let me grab those other pieces of wood. Can't seem to win with this wood falling down on the ground. Let's get a nice little flat piece. All right, if you need to make small pieces, again, nothing heavy duty. But if you are one of those who, for whatever reason, because it's your money, want to take this out into the field at a campsite or whatever, well, you're in luck. I'm showing you the capabilities of this blade. So let's try this again. Last time. All right, here we go, man. Vertical, horizontal batoning, just, you know, making some feather sticks, kindling, what have you. That edge looks good. I don't feel any chipping. Let's move on. Off camera, I made a bunch of kindling, okay? Possible feather sticks. So let's test out the edge retention. I got a few sticks here to test out. Okay. So being that the blade is so long, it is awkward. I'm gonna try a couple of different ways. However, for right now, what I want to do is just make individual curls because, you know, one can make a big pile of these curls. Out in the field. Very, you know, it's the blade is so long, it's very awkward. That's why, you know, you're probably better off with a companion blade. Let me just do the rear of the blade here. But actually I want to do it in the area, the sweet spot that I was using to cut. Okay, and you can see that it is doing it. And again, you can make a big pile of this stuff. And since it's so big, the blade, you know, what you can do to make individual curls is this right here. All right, you just plant it into your stump or what have you, and you know, just make these curls, make a big pile of them. All right, pick whatever side of the blade you want. I mean, these are really making some tight curls right now. Let's see if I can get a little, let me get this in there. It's already in there pretty deep. All right, there we go. Now they're falling on the floor, but I want to make nice thick curls. All right, just example, you could do it that way, or the smart thing to do, in my opinion, with something like this, you definitely want a bigger, you know, I'm sorry, a smaller knife, companion knife. So let me see if I can make a quick feather stick here for everybody. It's a big blade, man, so it's very hard to balance it properly. Let me see if I could choke up just a little bit, shorten it up. And again, don't fret. You don't have to make feather sticks, man. You could just make a big pile of this stuff. And then this feels like it's a pretty sharp spine. It should be able to spark up a ferro rod without a problem. Not the greatest feather stick, but doing it nonetheless. Okay. I'm sure off camera I'll make a great feather stick. All right, just an example. So there you go, still sharp. And again, I'm using that little sweet spot that I used to chop. So far, so good. Still effective as a slicer. All right, let's move on to, you know what, let's chop a bottle full of water. Why not? Okay, so I'm thinking I can only do this one time. This is the only thing I've got. So I want to do a thrust first. Okay, no problem. And then a chop. Now that was cool. There you go, the aftermath. A little bit messy, but it did the job. This is where I did the thrust. I mean, it worked. It even came out the other side. You know, I was actually kind of worried about hitting the camera, but it did a good job, man. So nice. Now let's, you know what? Let's try some camp tasks. You know, I'm good to go with the stuff for the wood. Again, this is you know, it takes a certain person to take this out into the field. Maybe more, this is more for self-defense, etc. However, I'm just testing it out my way that I know how. And so far, so good, man. I'm digging it. Just a few materials, having a little fun with this one instead of being so serious all the time. And again, I apologize for the background noise. Nothing I can do about it. So let's try this paracord first here. All right, and we can just chop it, you know what I mean? We can do some chopping and then a little slicing. There we go. Okay, just a little fun with this. So that is, paracord did well. I have some synthetic rope here. Little chop. Slice, no problem. Let's see if I can do it again. Slice, no problem. And little downward push cut right here. And it did it. Looking good with that. Let me just make sure that I put this back so it doesn't unravel on me. There we go. I have a little bit softer material here. Okay, chop. Just cuts, man. It cuts. Okay. Then I have this other plastic right here. Let's do this first. That was real easy. And then I don't want to have my fingers there. Well, they just flew all over the place, but they chopped. Okay, so now I have some tubing. Had to do it a little bit harder. Plus my fingers are there. It did it. All right, so now I have some of this wire with a center core, okay? They use this for cable. Let's see how it works out. No damage to the blade. Good. I have something pretty thick over here. Some of this thick synthetic rope. Let's do a chop. Okay. It did it. Let me see if I can go all the way through this time. Yeah, what a mess I just made. But here you go, man. All right, that thick rope that you saw, chopped all the way through. Now, this is that kiln dried wood, K-I-L-N, kiln dried wood. And this is real hard stuff, and I just wanted to show everybody that this is still, you know, pretty sharp. It's just so hard to do some finer work. All right, but it's making the curls. And this is what I want to show everybody. Okay, you can see right here. Now, let's see, well, let me clean this up real quick here. All right, good. Now, for the spine is sharp, so I'm assuming that I will be able to make, yep, some fluff here. The spine is really sharp. Very good. And you can see that right there. Let me just test it out on this really hard stuff. Nice. All right, so with this real hard wood, all right, and then I'm using the edges of the blade to gather my little pile. Oh, the wind is taking it away. It's working. It's doing the job. All right, I'm happy with that, man. One last thing to test. Just move this out of the way. I know the wind is just, it's nice and cool, so the wind is just blowing and taking my stuff away, but yeah, man, no problem with this. Look at that. Look how nice and easy I'm doing it, and it's just making sparks. Good to go, man. I had a lot of fun with this knife. I hope you had fun with this video. Let's conclude. There you have it. It can do the outdoors for sure, man. I mean, I think this knife is better suited for like brush type work, vines, maybe some garden type work, aside from, you know, chopping bottles and tatami mats or what have you, for practicing your martial arts. But I think that, you know, you've got an opportunity to cut down some vines, some bushes, branches, you know, something small, nothing too heavy duty, because that's what you got a machete for. But I think this knife can do it, man, because, I mean, I did, you know, do a lot of work over here, if you think about it. I even made a nice feather stick with this off camera. So, you know, it did the job. It cut through this, you know, copper core wire without a problem. It's a knife to have fun with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And, you know, until the next one, let me know what you think. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22-a-day, hashtag 22-a-day no more. There are veterans and active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, pause at the slides at the end, call those phone numbers, search those websites, do your research. There's also a heartfelt message from Martin Miller, Vietnam veteran, 66 to 69. He has a heartfelt message. Please read it. Seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, thank you very much for your time. Let me know what you think about this crazy blade. At the ready, troops, hold the line. Take care.
Legionnaires!